Hello guys, welcome back to another YouTube video with Tank Reaper today on World of Warships console. That's right, boys and girls. And today we are covering the American Tier 3 premium battleship, the USS South Carolina class battleship. This is I think it's designated as a pre-dreadnought battleship. I could be wrong. If I am, please let me know in the comments down below. But this ship is pretty much a ship that I did want to get my hands on pretty quickly. And the missions was pretty easy to get it. Don't know if Wargaming is planning on getting this ship back out to everybody, but I hope they do. I mean, in ways, if it's bottom tier like any other ship, it's not gonna be as fun. But when it's top tier, this ship is pretty much excellent to play. But we're gonna go over some of the stats of the ship, go through the captain, get into a gameplay, and see how the ship can roll. And I'll see you guys. Well, not see you guys, but let's get right into the stats of the ship. Now, start off with, as they're calling, these are upgrades and stuff. I put main battery mod 2, main battery traverse speed is 15%, main battery reload time is 5%. So basically giving it a 5% reload boost. Then I add a damage control system mod 2, fire duration is 15% less, and you get 15% less flooding as well. So that's actually pretty good right there. Then target accorstation system mod 1, spotting range is 20%, torpedo detection range is 20%, and RGA of ship is 50% as well, which, you know, seeing the torpedoes is always a big thing for battleship, especially a big lumbering slow battleship like this American beast. Then we have main battery mod 3, which is main battery reload time 12%, and main battery traverse speed is 13%. Which I kind of would want to get my American ships more into like a main battery build, simply because they're pretty good with their main batteries and stuff. The loadout, it gets HE, AP, like no more other ships does. It gets a damage control part, consumer duration 20 seconds, reload time is 80 seconds, and number of them you get unlimited, so it doesn't really matter. Repair party, HP per second 221, consumable duration 19.6 seconds, and reload time is 80 seconds. You get only 3 of these, so yeah. Then you get this, which I'm surprised they added this to the ship, but it's increased secondary targeting system. I would figure they would have added this to like a German battleship or something like that. But the secondary battery shell grouping is 100%, dispersion of secondary batteries is 50%, and consumable duration is 30 seconds. Reload time is 160 seconds, and now you get 3 of these, so I keep that warned. The survivability of the ship, the hit points is 3,880 hit points. Pretty decent. Torpedo damage reduction, meaning that's how much damage or less damage you take with torpedoes, is 13%. Main batteries is 305 Mirror Mark 5. She gets only 4 of these. The firing range is 14.5 kilometers. Reload time is 27.1 seconds, and the turning time is 32.7 seconds. The max HE shell damage is 4,100, and firing setting chance is 20%. Max AP shell damage is 8,991. Then her secondaries, the 76.2 Mirror Mark 4 guns, she gets 22 of these. Firing range is 4.5 kilometers, reload time is 6 seconds, max HE shell damage is 1,100, and firing setting chance is 4. Less than the main batteries, but, you know, it's a battleship, so the secondaries are just... Anyways, you're not going to be firing the HE out of your main batteries unless you see a destroyer or a, well, I guess you could say battle tanking battleship. But otherwise, you're mostly going to be using your AP because, for one, they do a lot more damage. And if you're shooting at broadside cruisers, you're doing a lot more damage than this ship, what you expect anyway. So, yeah. The max speed is 14.3 knots, which is, I mean, it's not the fastest of being pretty much a fast battleship. It's never was really that fast. It's a pre-dreadnought after all, but the turning circle radius is 480 meters, and the rotor shift time is 15.7 seconds. Now there is no, as far as on console, you can't really get your top speed up to fast, a little bit more faster. It's only going to say 14.3 knots, unless World of Warships console does add some like flags to where it boosts your speed and stuff. But yeah, the concealment, the detectability range by sea is 12.4 kilometers. After firing your main batteries is 14.5 kilometers, and when the ship is on fire is 14.4 kilometers. Detectability by air is 10 kilometers. After firing your main batteries from the air is 16.1 kilometers, and when the ship is on fire is 13 kilometers. Granted detectability range is 2 kilometers, and when firing in smoke is 9.5 kilometers, which battleships does not, well, they don't get a protective buff, I guess you could say, when they're firing through smoke, unlike destroyers. Cruisers, they don't really get either. But you can kind of fire through your smoke a little bit with your cruisers, but the battleships are the worst ones yet. Let's talk about the armor, which is pretty much a price you probably really wanted to know about. The fore-end armor belt is 38, the bottom is 25, the fore-end plating is 16, the fore-end deck is 16, aft-end armor belt is 38, bottom is 25, aft-end plates is 16, and aft-end deck is also 16. Cooling tower bottoms are 51. Cooling tower size is 127 to 305, which is, so far it looks like the biggest amount of armor you're going to have on the ship. Cooling tower top is 76. Side plates are 10, and the top side plates are also 10. The athwart ship is 203. Armor belt is 254. Deck is 25, and the athwart ship is 203. Armor belt is 254. The bottom plates is 51. Frontal plates are 305, which again, it sounds like the 305 armor belting and everywhere that is 305 is going to be your thickest armor. The side plates are 203, and top plates are 73. I mean 76, not 73, tank. Your athwart ship is 19, your plates are 19, your deck is 16, and the athwart ship is also 19. The Citadel athwart ship is 279. The Citadel armor belt is 279 to 305, so the Citadel is pretty well protected. The Citadel bottom is 25. The Citadel deck is 38 to 51. The Citadel athwart ship is 279. The Citadel plates are also 19. So yeah. But let's look at the Citadel real quick. And this Citadel, well, I mean it's a big juicy Citadel, and it looks like it sits a little bit above the waterline, just a little bit more than the Wyoming and stuff. I could tell of it. So if you just aim right above that waterline right there, as you can see, you can Citadel this thing. Especially if you're top tiered or if you're eco tier battleship, you could probably more likely Citadel this big baby, the beast of the American battleship line. It's of the premium. But let's cover the captain. His normal perk is built to last. HP per ship tier is 360, so pretty good. My first perk is a flammable consort. Battleship main battery range is 8%. Battleship main battery shell grouping is 5%, and risk of catching fire is 13% less. Grating drill bits. Battleship gun traverse speed is 1.5%. Battleship main gun AP shell damage is 10% more or less. I think it's more actually, 10%. And then main maximum battleship speed is 10%, which in a way I guess you could say you're going to need it for this ship a little bit more. Then I have marksmanship. Dispersion of main batteries is 7%, and rotor shift time is 5%. Then my last normal perk, I have reaching out XXL, main battery range is 3%. So pretty much making my main batteries to fire a lot more longer distance. Then my legendary perk is will to rebuild. Armored amount of HP recovered is 47%, and repair party duration is 30%. And the special effects is rate of repair party per second. Yeah, can't even speak that. Is 0.5%, and auto repair when HP is required or less is 20%. So that's my captain, and that's why I put on my captain. But you know what, guys? That's probably enough talk about this ship in the port. Let's take her out. We'll see what she can do, and I'll see you guys in the battlefield. Or open sea, I guess you could say. But see you guys there. So we're back, guys, on big race. Yeah, this was, well, do you sometimes feel like either your team either just completely dies really quick, or do you feel like your team just wants to win? Sometimes I get that where my team does really good, or sometimes where my team does poorly. If you have watched my Wyoming class battleships review, that does prove that my team was literally didn't want to win the game that day. But today, it's probably the opposite. I know maybe it's a little bit of a spoiler for you, but to be completely honest, it's a big thing and stuff like that. You get these sometimes. But I did a respectful good amount of damage in this game. And if the title doesn't give away, either it's going to be about the team or basically about just and stuff like that. But we do get spotted right away. And all I'm trying to do is trying to turn so that way I'm not going straight ahead at the enemy team, because I don't need that. I really don't. We do see the Wyoming class battleship, and I fire him. He fires at me. He misses some of his shots at me. That's not all of his gun turns. That's okay. I think he has like one more, but we do hit him for 900 damage, but not too much damage to be really done against him. So I'm going behind the sirens. Now I'm undetected. Here comes a Clemson American destroyer. And there's a Phoenix way over there, but yeah, he's way out of range for my guns. And or is he? Yeah, he was kind of out of range for my guns. But I start turning inwards because I want to go over here, stick with my team, because I am a slow battleship. So my speed it's not the best. But we do see a St. Louis coming. Oof, cruiser. Yum yum yum. We fire first servo at the St. Louis. Doesn't sure does anything. I put my secondaries to fire at that destroyer, but I mean, I don't think he's gonna get close enough. But my first servo at the St. Louis does nothing. It doesn't even hit him. It doesn't even. I mean, it hits near him, but it just touched the water. My shell just wants to blow up the water, I guess. Poor fish underneath the ocean. But we fire our second servo at this St. Louis. Does this do anything? Wow, I mean, yeah, it completely sizzled him, putting me up to 13,000 damage already. I start slowing down, and I start going forward speed. That St. Louis is starting to shoot at me a little bit. I don't know why he stopped, but we're looking at this Orion. He goes to undetected. He gets back to being detected again, and I'm still detected. Some effect because I just fired. I don't know. But we do see the St. Louis. We fire our forward gun turrets at him, both of them. We do slow down a little bit because I do want to try to hit the St. Louis again with my rear gun turrets. I mean, the ship's slow enough, so I have the range to hit him. We shoot our rear gun turrets. That Wyoming's way over there, way out of our range. But we get in our citadel, and that St. Louis dies. Well, that was a big downside idea for the St. Louis, going rushing down the middle. A slow cruiser at that. and giving a broadside to a battleship that can, well, just citadel you from the side. I mean, St. Louis, it's a good ship, but we do fire at the Orion, and it looks like we get some shatters, so not too much of very big damage there. That Wyoming is still lurking over there. Okay, here comes a Phoenix, which is made of citadels. I'm deciding if I should shoot, but I really don't want to because I don't know if my shells will hit the island or what they will do, so I decided not to shoot at the Phoenix right there. And we see the Orion. I was like, you know what, maybe I could actually hit the Orion a little bit more better. It looks like these would hit. Do they hit? Do they hit? I don't know. I need to start turning because if I don't, I'll beach myself. One of our St. Louis's is telling our other St. Louis to get back. And no, the shells didn't hit. They didn't even did anything. So that's a poor shot right there on my behalf. Well, is it on my behalf? I don't think it is. But we do get a destroyer being detected, and I'm looking around thinking, what destroyer? Well, most of my teams are there except St. Louis is back here with... Oh, well, here's the destroyer. Okay, makes sense. I kind of want to shoot, but anyway, I don't, because I don't think that's going to do anything. But I put my forward gun turns. I re-aimed again at the Wyoming. Fired my forward gun turns at him. Can we... I do hit the Wyoming with a penetrating shot and 2 shatters. We fire at the destroyer over there. Nothing. No, my shells did nothing to that. What I expect. Up to 30,000 damage. Not bad. So I decided, you know what, that thing is such low health that maybe my St. Louis could take care of it. I need help take care of this battleship because if I don't, this battleship will wreck that St. Louis over there. So I'm waiting until I get all 4 of my guns pre-aimed, and we fire all 4 guns. Come on, St. Louis. I do put my secondaries on that destroyer, and we get 3 penetrating shots on, it looks like 1 shattered shot, so up to 37,000 damage. That's it. That's a good boy. So I tell him, well played. Come on, tank. See? Good teamwork. Now we're aiming at this Wyoming class battleship. He fired, and we just fire at him. We're slow enough, so I'm not really too worried about it. Any big shots? Woo! 2 penetrating shots. Up to 43,000 damage. Oh my goodness. This is going to be something. As you can see, my team, we have only lost 3 ships. At that. We've only lost a carrier, a cruiser, and a battleship, which is the Ichishishi, the Tier 3 Japanese Tech Tree battleship. So yeah, I asked my team to focus fire on this guy because he is the last ship left. We do shoot, but I was taking a massive risk of not knowing if my shells is going to actually hit him or, well, hit the island. They did nothing, so we are going straight for him though. I mean, it would take us a long time to get to the cap, and most of my team is capping anyway, so yeah. We do see a spotter aircraft. He looks like he's slowing down some, but don't know why. I guess he doesn't want to be spotted. Well, we do get spotted by aircraft. We do hit him with 3 penetrating shots, up to 50,000 damage. That's pretty good, actually, down here at the stair. And he does fire at me. Oh, that hurt. That was a citadel shot right there because we were basically on full health. But you do use my heal, and I start turning nose inwards because I don't want to get citadel like that again. We do him with only 1 penetrating shot. I do put my secondaries on him, hoping maybe if we do get in range, maybe I could put my secondaries on him. He does a little bit of damage, but not too much. Our St. Louis catches him on fire. Excellent, that's good. I like the idea. I'm looking at him, trying to aim for his bows, as you can see, trying to get a citadel. Big chunk damage right there with just 1 shot. Now we're up to 54,000 damage in this game, and this destroyer is popping smoke. Not sure if he's trying to pop smoke so he could be sneaky, or if he's popping smoke from me, or what he's doing. I'm never sure. But is heading in there, so maybe the smoke was meant for me. I'm not 100% sure. But I'm going to get a little bit more damage done before this guy dies. We'll get another one penetrating shot. Not the biggest, so I'm trying to get my forward gun turns pointing at this guy. My team is almost done capping. And can we kill this guy before my team caps? Well, we did crit him with 2-shot penetrate shots, up to 59,000 damage. But he doesn't die because my team caps. So, pretty much a big banger there, the guys. Yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like in the video and subscribe to the channel if you guys want to. And like always, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye for now.